Hi, I'm CinnamonToastKen.
And I'm Buck Pro.
And today we're watching 600 Pound Life. And I was going through looking at videos and it recommended me this one that's titled, I was basically a 4-year-old on speed. And my life was never the same after that. Which is the title that makes me wonder, is like, did she perceive it as a good thing or a bad thing?
Right?
When I wake up in the morning, my body hurts so much.
I gotta talk about this every single time we watch one of these videos of how they like get the camera crew and they're like, all right, lay down in your bed and pretend like you've been asleep.
Yeah.
Camera crew's just waiting for you when you wake up.
I hurt in ways I never dreamed that I would. And I'm like, how am I going to do this? And how am I going to get through this day?
You know what that is, but it's gross to look at.
Yeah. And for some reason, I bet it hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like a big ball sack. Look at the balls on this lady. Jeez.
I just don't have the energy to deal with it.
I feel bad for her. She got like the hairline of like a college professor, you know?
Oh, yeah, you know.
Aliens.
I have to use my scooter to get anywhere.
Ooh. Did you hear that, Dave? She has to use her scooter to get anywhere.
Yeah. Gotta use my scooter.
Freaking audio editing on these are always top tier. Watch out.
Oh, she's on speed now. Look at her.
There are
Speed
many
racer.
days I wish I had someone to help me because it's getting harder and harder to do anything.
Ah, well, that's what we don't want to see, really, is like, I took my child out of high school so they could be my caretaker.
At all times.
Yes.
Ben!
What should we do then?
Crisps.
More food?
Ben!
I was the youngest of 3 and the only girl. I think my parents just didn't know what to do with me. And what made it worse was the adoption agency told my parents that my birth mother was a large woman.
Why didn't the parents know what to do with her?
I don't know. Because she was the youngest of 3 kids? Is that... You would assume at that point they would.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Because she was I guess the other 2 were boys and she was a girl, so they were just bamboozled. Like, oh,
whoa!
My experience is easier to raise a girl than it is like the boys pee on everything, you know. You
fight each other.
You change their diaper and the cold wet wipe, like they start shooting off, you know.
Oh yeah.
My parents, they didn't know what to do with me, I tell you what. And then my mom was a large woman and I ran with it.
For my mom, it was like an obsession. She was constantly worried or concerned about my weight all the time.
You know how it goes, right? Parents are like super worried. All right, don't do drugs. Never do them. And the kid's like,
don't do what?
don't smoke that crack. Don't do it.
No, I said no.
Don't date that boy. He's bad news. Don't race your car down the road going 100 miles an hour. Don't do it. The kid's like, watch me. You can't tell me how to live my life.
Now I gotta
parents.
try it.
You don't know what it's like to be young, parents. You've never lived before. All my angst and lack of understanding of how to regulate my emotions.
She and the pediatrician decided about the time I was 3 to put me on my first diet. And when I was 4, the same pediatrician decided that it would be a good idea to start me on diet pills.
How do you put a 3-year-old doesn't make their own food? Why can you not regulate what they eat by yourself? I don't understand.
Well, they just didn't know what to do. They had 2 boys, you know, and
that's true. She was the youngest as well, so
had to put her on. She just won't stop eating. Where's she getting the food from?
The airplane keeps flying in.
Diet pills. She doesn't look like she needs it at all.
No.
The pills had the same side effect as amphetamines. So I was basically a 4-year-old on speed.
I bet that drove Mom crazy. Mom was like, why she just got even more endless energy now. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. Give a child a stimulant? Yeah.
My mom was always on me about the diet, was always on me about eating. I can still, in the back of my head, hear her yelling at me to stop eating.
I always wish they would, like, interview the parent, too.
Right. I would like to hear their side.
To see if she's just like making up everything.
Right.
Right?
It could just be her mom was like, hey, I just want the best for you, and I just want you to be healthy, you know?
Right.
And that could translate into, she was always talking about me and my weight and stop eating.
And like the pediatrician, like giving her diet pills, like she doesn't need them, like obviously, like what child ever would ever need it? What? It's such a crazy story.
Right. What parent would even do that?
Or a like licensed doctor.
I know, right?
They're 3 years old. All right. Yeah. Maybe it's all true. Maybe it is all true, but I don't know, man. I need someone to back up that story.
They had wanted this cute little daughter, and instead of some cute little blonde, darling daughter, they got me.
Is this even the same person?
Is this the same family?
Mom and dad went gray fast.
Right, and her brothers turned 30 years old.
Yeah.
Like, real quick in this one.
Really quick. If she was supposed to be 3 in the previous picture where they're all like the same height, puberty must have hit this family just like a truck.
Right.
I don't think it's the same person.
Really? I don't know. I really don't know.
Whoever the previous daughter was, she maybe ate her and took over. She replaced her. Something's
because they look like they all aged a lot, but her. That looks like 3 years later for her, right? And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if she, geez, she got put on the diet pills. They got put on like growth hormone, like
right?
HGH.
And was in them with the deer antler spray.
I like to enjoy the simple things in life. Smelling a valley of roses as I step out of my mansion in the morning. Feeling the wind on my neck as I stand in the bow of my super mega yacht. Soaring above the wonders of the world in my private hot air balloon. Wow. It's great to be the #1 greatest YouTuber to ever exist. Wow. He's great. He's amazing. So great. The best. But you know what I don't like? It's the constant, inescapable noise of the world. It's just so gosh darn loud all the time. People coughing, making sounds, trying to talk to me. I want none of it. Wouldn't it be nice to just turn down the volume on reality and listen to hours upon hours of me? CinnamonToastKen. Well, good news! You can tune out the madness with Raycon's everyday headphones. These bad boys come with hybrid active noise cancellation, so whether you're working, gaming, or just trying to enjoy some peace and quiet, you can block out all the distractions and focus on what really matters. Plus, with a 40-hour battery life, they'll just keep going as long as you can. And with their ergonomic design, they're comfortable enough to wear all day long. So squishy. And if you forget to charge them, no worries. 15 minutes of charging, and that gives you 2 hours of battery life. Personally, I use them all the time, watching videos or just pretending I can't hear my responsibilities calling. And the best part, Raycon delivers premium audio for half the price of other big name brands. So don't miss out. Head to buyraycon.com/CinnamonToastKen25 to get 25% off Raycon's best-selling everyday headphones. That's buyraycon.com/CinnamonToastKen25 for 25% off. Click the link in the description and grab yourself a pair today. Because let's be real, sometimes the best way to deal with life is just to not hear it. It should be like, she didn't look the same.
No.
She already has the hairline that she has now.
All this control over my food actually had the opposite effect, because it made me want to eat even more. So I would find
like this picture. To me, it looks like a different person.
Yeah.
That's wild. I mean, I guess it's hard it's hard to tell, you know, because it's, I don't know.
Because I never knew when my mom was going to take away my food. Did you adopt me to starve me? I actually remember asking my mom that question once. So I just...
What did mom say?
Yeah.
I feel like mom was a savage. She's probably like, yeah, fatty, you know, or something like that. Well, like just the way they're explaining the story so far is like mom is just like heartless, you know.
She said she couldn't eat the same food as everyone else. Her brothers look small.
Maybe
I don't know.
She must have been sneaking all the food. I don't like all the leftovers. I don't know. Like it's.
I mean, sweets will get you, man.
Maybe her child was an extreme situation, but it's just like it's very.
I don't know. Mom's fault somehow.
It's tough. It's tough. I mean, maybe. I feel like the previous pictures when like it was supposed to be her like really young weren't even her. There's just like somebody else that they put in there that was like, they put me on diet pills. You look at her and go, oh, why would they do that? She's perfectly healthy.
Right.
And then you skip forward and like you see that she is like overweight and you're like, well maybe.
Yeah.
But even then, still giving like a 3-year-old diet pill is that's crazy.
It's insane.
It's insane. That's what I'm saying. It's like the story already sounds so crazy, and then the pictures that they're showing just like give me even more doubt.
Like her hairline is fine right there. It was worse when she was a kid. How does that work? You know what I mean?
And by the time I was 12, I was already up to 200 pounds.
Jeez.
And it only got worse as I got into high school.
Maybe she just had really tight ponytails or something, because I feel like her hairline has got it just changes.
Right. It's going forward. Huh.
Maybe she had like a stress thing where she like pulled hair or something. I don't know.
I found out that my mom had cancer. And it was devastating to see her start to wither away like she did. And the only thing I had to help me through the pain was food.
Jesus, that's so sad. Parent gets cancer, and the only thing that can comfort you isn't like being with your family or spending time with your mom and like, you know, saying your goodbyes and, you know, doing all the stuff so like everyone's prepared for it. It was food. Mom, you got cancer.
Can't stop me now.
I feel better.
And I wonder if it was like I don't know, like a revenge thing. Like, oh, Mom, you know, stop me from eating. Now I can eat all I want. I don't know.
I don't know why this stories hit me. Like a lot of times you watch these, you're like, oh man, that sucks. That's terrible. But like this one's not pulling me to her side for some reason. I guess because I just found that story to be missing key points.
Yeah.
That would help explain why things happened the way they did. But anyway, yeah. Her hairline keeps getting better.
I graduated from high school. My mom passed away. Emotionally, her passing was very difficult. I was very angry.
So she's gonna. I'm sure she's going in the direction of like, you know, the pain from my mom passing away made me eat, and the pain of my mom being alive also made me eat.
Right.
There's a lot of things to make her eat. It's food addiction, though, I guess.
I started selling clothes I designed, and it was a good time in my life. I loved fashion. I loved helping other women feel good about themselves.
Oh, man. Actually, yeah, you're right. This is probably a real story. She probably was in the fashion world because she still got the Coke on her lip right there. Yeah. Whoops.
Who took that picture?
So she was in college studying fashion and was already selling clothes that she designed. That seems like kind of like if you're going into fashion, that's like the dream. Like the end goal is like you're selling your
clothes.
Designs,
yeah,
right?
you made it at that point, right?
Did she have some designs that got picked up by something? I don't know. That's another odd thing. Maybe it's true. I don't know. I got so much doubt built up that I'm like questioning everything she says at this point. Like,
yeah.
I'm just a hater. I'm a hater.
I loved fashion. I loved helping other women feel good about themselves. But there was still this ache inside me. The eating made me forget about it. Until that changed one night when I fell and I hurt my knee really bad.
She's on top of the world. She's a big, beautiful woman. Gaining weight, doing fashion.
Yeah, feeling sexy.
Then she took an arrow to the knee.
She too was an adventurer like us.
So her telling her story like she's like a college athlete. I had the whole world in front of me. I was going to run that ball all the way to the NFL. And then I blew out my knee. Can't do fashion because your knee? What happened?
Oh, yeah.
So I turned to plus size modeling. And at that point, my weight became something positive.
Okay. Well, I had assumed it was heading in this direction the way she was speaking already, that she like became like I would say a fetish model, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe not, but I assume. Man, look at that bicep.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like,
I better stop talking
you
trash.
better watch out.
I better wash my mouth.
She's gonna hit you with the Hulk beauty god.
The 24-inch pythons over there. You know, I'm over here doubting her. But like, I guess like, she had to quit her job because of her knee and her weight. But she was selling her clothes, her designs. What was she doing? That like she had to quit selling her clothes because she couldn't walk while her knee healed?
Yeah, I don't know. You can't answer the phone and make your sales?
Can't walk to the post office? I don't know. I guess
I don't get it.
Or maybe that was just it's just kind of a hobby, and then she had like a different job where she like, you know, walked a lot or something. I don't know. All right. Again, It's just pieces that are missing from the story that I'm like, what is that?
My health started to get really bad, so I went to a doctor's appointment. And I weighed in at 444.
Whew.
Now what do we do?
She probably went and saw my doctor. So as soon as she walked in, the doctor was like, "You need to lose some weight." Yeah.
Mine used to do that too.
Yeah. Like, whatever's wrong with you, it'd probably help if you lost some weight. I think I broke my foot. Yeah. Well, lose some weight.
Surprised the other one ain't broke.
So at that point, I was resolved to get my weight under control and to do whatever I needed to lose it all.
Well, I'm still, I understand. She's 40, and then she went to the doctor and she weighed a lot. I want to know what happened during that decade when she was doing her modeling.
Right.
Blaming a lot on like mom and the trauma of that, but I mean, if she's like, did she have like a feeder boyfriend or something at some point, or what?
The success didn't feel good, but food still did, I guess. Huh.
There's too many holes in this. Bothering me. I got questions. I need answers.
But I started working out and broke my foot. So at that point, I was worse than ever because I couldn't get around at all now.
She was working out and broke her foot. A lot of the stuff she has said is like, oh, I got hurt, so I had to completely give up and let it go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, a lot of that it's from the beginning it's been like that, you know,
like oh man, I broke my foot and I just had to just eat and not move ever. Broke foot.
Well, really, she didn't have a chance because, you know, she was on speed at 4.
You know, it's ruined her, man. Like, she's just been tired ever since. Ever she's got that speed.
I started to develop these large masses on my leg that turned out to be lymphedema.
Lymphadema.
And it just made it more impossible to get around.
These things keep holding her back. Her feet, her knee, her lymphedema. The food is always there for her. Definitely not the problem of...
Right.
It's a little frustrating to listen to this. But she's on the show. She's going to get help, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't think we're going to get to any of that during this, but still.
So by the time I was 45, I was over
Is that
500
Dad?
pounds.
Interview Dad.
Right.
Ask Dad about the speed. I need to know. I need to ask Dad about his dentist. Good Lord.
That was Dad's speed.
But when I was 50, my dad got cancer and passed away.
Again!
She was gonna do better, but insert anything. I mean, that is tragic.
It is.
That's can't be easy, but it also can't be an excuse every single time, you know?
I feel so heartless watching this one for some reason. I'm just like, I feel like there's someone watching this being like, God dang it, guys. This is a sad story.
I know.
Yes, it's so sad because she's trying to act so pathetic, but the situation she's in now is her own doing. She didn't like magically get there because people got cancer in her life. She's got a food addiction.
At that point, any desire I had to get my eating under control just went out the window.
Gone.
I did the only thing I knew how to do, which was take food and stuff it down because I didn't want to deal with it.
It's the only thing she knew how to do.
That and fashion design
Fashion
and modeling, and couldn't do that anymore either.
And I spend just about every moment of every day either eating or getting food.
Wow. Every moment of every day, eating or going to get food. That sounds expensive.
Doesn't it?
How does she do that if she's on disability?
I bet on those days where she like just doesn't feel like it, she loses a lot of weight.
I don't want to go anywhere. 20 pounds lighter all of a sudden. Maybe, I don't know, this may be an insensitive thing for me to say, but I always kind of had a thought of like, if you're truly, on disability and you're poor, it's got to be hard to be fat. But then people be like, no. See, the unhealthy food is the cheaper food. I've been to Wendy's lately. It ain't cheap.
No, it ain't.
That stuff's expensive. I could go sit down and have a steak for almost the same price.
Yeah, that's crazy when every meal is like getting to about the same price, regardless of where you go.
Yeah. The secret to losing weight is to not eat, right? But it's hard to do.
Yeah.
It's hard not to eat.
I don't have anyone to help me, and people don't come to see me very much, so
She's riding this. She's got a Maxima. Not the Ultima, Maxima. She's got the top tier.
It's embarrassing because I know everyone's looking at me and probably making comments. I just feel like I'm a freak show, basically, I guess. So I just try to get my food and get home as quickly as possible.
She just went through the drive-thru.
She did. And you know she went to that speaker and drove all the way through.
She just hit that drive-thru. While she's over here. I don't know. It's like all these things she's saying. I feel like a freak show. Everybody's looking at me. I'm so embarrassed. No. It's like, no, that's stopping you either. Can't bother you that much.
Yeah.
So you just went through the drive-thru with all the cars on your freaking Maxima.
Shouldn't be sitting on that scooter. Shouldn't be sitting in this bed.
Love how they blurted out like we don't know where she went.
Right.
Is that an A? What is that?
I need things to change so much because I feel like I'm a ticking time bomb.
Goodness gracious.
Huh.
Well, I was pretty harsh on that. Let's see what the comments have to say about it. So I love these people in the comments. It's like, this show has helped me lose weight. Every time I watch this show, I'm like, diet time, baby.
Yeah.
It's scary how close our story is to mine. But I have anorexia. Children should never let the weight. Well, that's true. Like the story about our mom is true. Like about the weight and stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's awful. There's a lot of support for her in the comments, Dame. I think I'm in trouble.
Yep.
I think I'm in trouble. I don't think
it's gonna be a bad deal.
Oh, no.
Turn the comments off.
Oh God. She's on the show obviously because she wants to get help, but it's just showing the how she got there. It's frustrating to watch because you're just like, just stop.
Yeah.
But in most cases it's an addiction, and that's kind of how addictions work. So, and then they also don't really help with the way they film and edit the show either. Like they don't.
Oh no.
They don't help at all.
Yeah.
Such a genuine narrative makes so much sense.
That's what I was like, what?
Now I doubt the comment section too. Did you guys watch the same video? Hang on a minute.
Why do people adopt kids just to mistreat them? I mean, do we know that is what happened though?
We'll never know. They all got cancer and died. I think it was the very beginning. The very beginning put all the doubt in my mind when she said that they had 2 boys and they adopted her and they didn't know what to do with her.
Right.
And I was like,
right.
How?
Yeah.
How do they not know what to do with you?
Yeah. And then she got put on a diet at 3 as if she's in control of feeding herself at 3. And that, yeah, I don't know. That's when I was done.
Yeah.
You know?
I
was like, okay, all right.
Just the very beginning. And then going through later in the story, it's like, I got injured. I twisted my knee and then had to eat. Is it an excuse or is it a reason, like an explanation? There's 2 closely related but different things, right?
Facts. There you go.
And so it's like you go back to the mom, like, well, they're not here anymore, and they did this stuff to me. It's like, did they, or are you just like blaming them for the show? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Feels good to just let my own personal opinion just hang out there and see how you guys in the comments take them. But if today's your birthday, happy birthday! Say super friends, love you. See you next time. Bye bye. It's like a big ball sack.